still sitting there. Garage is a mess, guys. Garage is a mess. So, the last video, you guys saw me take all this part apart. You guys saw me patch panel, strip that down to bare metal. It's ready. I have already taken this door off now. I started to strip down all of this, which I gotta finish. So I finished this part. I gotta strip here and around, and then I gotta weld in all them holes down there on the bottom. There's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 holes there. We gotta fix a rust patch here. We gotta address this rusting here. We gotta weld in a patch panel here, and we gotta strip this quarter and strip the door. So with that being said, this is video number 2 on the Monte Carlo build, 71 Monte Carlo. I brought the door out here a little while ago and I hosed it down. It was full of sand and all kinds of garero. So door's ready to go. I'm gonna strip all this door today, inside and out, completely strip it, and fix a patch panel there on the bottom of it. And we're gonna put it back on along with the fender and line it up, make sure the passenger side is fully gapped, fully stripped, fully gapped and ready to go, and then we'll work our way to the other side of the car. But before I start that, this car is a total disaster along with my shop again, but I'm gonna blow out shop and I need to go through and look at all this crud everywhere, dude. This car is just full of crap. There's shit everywhere. So, I mean, it's been sitting outside, so you can't really expect much. So I'm going to blow it all out, vacuum everything. I mean, look at all the build. Crud. Look at all this stuff. All over. And those will probably stay. In fact, let me put these over here with the fenders. Always, guys, here's a big thing. Tech tip. Every time I take one of these damn cars apart, I kind of put bolts here, put bolts there, and then next thing you know, I put all these bolts in a big old pile. And then when it comes down to putting it back together, most of the bolts are the same. You can usually figure out which bolts go where. But sometimes you're missing bolts, and you break bolts, and it's a pain in the ass, bro. So, I should have always done this, but I just never did. Passenger door. Hood hinge passengers. Passenger fender, hood, the valance, driver's side light bezel bolts, passenger side bezel bolts. So what I'm going to start doing, my brothers, is I am going to stick all these things in some rust remover and get all the bolts cleaned up, wire wheel them, put them back in the bags. I wish Bobo was here because he could do all that for me. I'm going to go ahead and tap all the holes where all these bolts go so everything is clean all over again. I like to do that before I even paint, and then after I paint, I do it again. So every bolt just goes right in, and you're not sitting there breaking bolts or trying to fight with rusty stuff after you assemble. So it's a little bit of time consuming, but man, it's so much nicer in the long run and things just work out. So for right now, I'm going to clean this car up a little bit and get things going. I'm going to hose things down and get this shop back in order before I even start, because once I start putting this thing in metal, I don't want water around it. So for right now, if I need water, I need water. But, you know, once we start rocking and rolling in the shop, guys, I mean, check it out so far. The deuce is in the corner. I moved the welding table here. I got parts everywhere, but look at this mess. Paint table is full of stuff. Yeah, both welders are out. I've been tacking things in with the MIG, and then I go back and I TIG it in. So sometimes I don't TIG it in, sometimes I just MIG it, depending what I feel like doing at the moment. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and organize this a little better for myself right now so I can continue working, because I'm gonna bring that door in now and we're gonna work on the door here. So that's where we are, guys. Let me clean up shop. I'll stick you back on when we start throwing down some work. Alright, guys. So we cleaned up shop. We vacuumed the living crap out of this and blew everything out. I didn't want to hose it down, but I actually might hose this whole car down after I prime it. But everything right now so far has been pretty clean. I went through with a brush and brushed all that out to get all the stuck dirt. I blew out all the crevices, blew out the entire shop. I did the same thing with that brush on this and blew everything out the best I can. I would have loved, and I should have, hosed this car down before I even started messing with it, but I didn't do it. So now here we are. So I think the best bet for me right now is to once we strip it all down completely to bare metal, of course I'll wipe everything good, we'll epoxy, we'll high build it. Once the whole car is in high build and very, you know, sealed and clean and there's no more metal, I will go through and probably hose all this down and hose out the engine bay, and then it'll be very, very clean from there. I mean, we got a lot of the dirt off now, but there's still a little bit. I would like to just go through and scrub everything on this car just so nothing pops out when we're spraying. But yeah, that's where we are. I'm gonna set you guys up. We are going to tackle the holes on this car, finish the jam, and work on that door. So let me set you guys up on a time lapse and I'll be back at it. Alright guys, so guess what? I went and dug out my little sandblaster that I had that I forgot I had, and I actually, well, I knew I had it, but I never used it. It never really worked. So I went out there, got it out, put some glass bead or whatever the hell in it, and it worked. That little old thing right there, I don't even know where the hell I got it. But I tried it one time and it didn't work. So yeah, now you can tell I got black glass bead all over the place, which is funny because this is already black, so it don't matter. Whatever. But I ended up blasting the real hard parts of my fenders in the little crevices. I was gonna go to Harbor Freight and buy a little spot blaster, and I'm like, you know what's funny? I think I have something similar to that. I have a soda blaster and I have, of course, my blast cabinet, but check it out. I was able to blast all these little edges. Actually, I got to do some more in there. I missed a little spot, but I got all this cleaned out, all of it, even this panel. I blasted it and it was quick. I mean, that thing goes quick. I mean, I don't know if the pressure was too high, but I need it for like right here. I need a blast in here. I want to blast all up in here. Oh yeah, look, I missed this spot on the inside of the fender. Yeah, there's still some more things I need to blast, but I tried it out and it worked really well, but I want to move on, and we're going to get onto this right now. So I'm going to put you guys on, and oh yeah, you can still see all the dirt in there. I'm going to get in here and cut this out, and we're going to fix this, weld these holes up, and we're going to go from there. And then we're going to strip this door down to bare metal. So for right now, guys, I'll leave you on, but I'm going to go ahead and put you guys on a time lapse here in a minute. We got it. We own it. We own it. Alright, fellas, so the door is done. We need to strip it and then put it back on. So we got the fender done. We got the door jamb done. Now the door is pretty much done. I just need to strip it, finish stripping it, and then it's ready to get back on there. Then we got to work on the quarter. So check it out. Boom. That one needs a little bit more. I need to add a little more weld there. These are all good. A lot of the time, guys, when I do this and I patch panel it, sometimes what I'll do is I will skim this with fiberglass. I'll skim it with fiberglass first and block it down, just in case one of those ever decides to crack or something. I mean, I got good penetration on it, but just because that's what I like to do, I skim them with fiberglass and I block it down real good, and then I go ahead and epoxy and primer it from there. So all those repairs will get fiberglass prior. That way by the time I get to high build, by the time I put the high build on it and then guide coat it and block it, a lot of it's already been kind of flattened out with the other stuff, you know. Sometimes I'll just even do some of the body work on the doors, you know, right away, straight on the metal. That way by the time I put the high build on, it's pretty flat. You know, some people say you don't do that, some people do it. You could do it either way. I do it one way one day, the next day the other way. I've never had a problem either direction. So other than that, fellas, I'm going to strip this door down. I'll put you on a time lapse, and then we'll get back at it when we go put this door back on. Alright guys, here we go. We off to the next step. So, bam, door stripped. I didn't know this, but there was holes here. After I stripped it, I saw the Bondo marks. So I tacked them all in, welded them all in. The patch repair was right here for the rust spot. Done. So I sandblasted some of this, but I need to flip it over and go around the edges of it, and get the bottom and around this inside of the door jamb here with wire wheel. And then once this is completely stripped, I can stick this door back on the car, and we can line that door and that fender up, and then I can go ahead and start stripping down the quarter. Problem is that my stripper quit on me. Just kidding. She didn't quit. This thing is amazing. I strongly suggest you guys get one, but I do need a new one of these because it's not stripping anymore. It's barely working. But this thing, man, I used it for like an hour and a half straight, and it didn't even get hot. I love that thing. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with the stripper. This one is from Eastwood. This is the Contour SCT. I didn't know that they had these things at Harbor Freight when I bought this, but I guess I'm gonna have to buy one from Harbor Freight because that one probably just broke. But anyway, I got this like Black Friday a few years ago, and that's why I bought it. But yeah, so there was a lot of welding on this door, believe it or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes, a huge patch, a hole here. So 7 holes, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 holes in one freaking door, plus a big old square patch right here. That's a trip, dude. Wonder if he wants me to just shave the mirror off too while we're at it. You know, that would look at all those holes. And then the door handles, door lock. Not much more to just smooth the whole damn thing out, right? Whatever. So anyway, guys, that's a wrap. I'm actually beat. I've probably been out here for maybe since 11, and it's 3:30. So about 4.5 hours, and I was able to finish stripping the fender, welding that up, did a patch panel, welded all these holes up, and stripped this whole door. That's not bad for 4 hours, but considering that I worked that fast and I do that much, $100 an hour seems about fair. So anyway, guys, I am going to I guess finish stripping this out real quick, flip this door over, that way I can stick it back on there, and I'll hit you guys back up when I start lining this thing up. At one time, I won Best Hot Rod 2 times in a row. Yeah, and now it looks like that. Welcome back, fellas. Another video, another day, another dollar. So we've been at it in here up in the shop. We up in here, Casket Customs, Casket's Fab Shop, YouTube. We got the old Bombardiers, my car club, the anniversary edition. Beer koozie with a nice fresh Corona on it and some lime. So we've been up in the shop, guys. Last video we did a little bit of work on the fender, the doors. I only posted a little small clip of the door, but I don't know if you guys caught it. It was only supposed to be a video of the fender, and somehow I threw a picture of the door in there, and I didn't even snap until after I uploaded the video. 39 is pretty much done. It is fully wired. I'm waiting on some fog light bulbs. I fried the 6 volters. And we're waiting on some 12 volts for my fog lamps. And my turn signals just need to be wired in. But everything works. Brakes. Now the car has full lights. Full brights that work on the switch. When you hit the little switch on the floor, it's got a little marker light, a little pinhole marker light on the dash that now works with the brights. Blinkers work. Everything works. My lighter works. The only thing I could not get to work was, I think the switch is burnt out, is the blower motor for the heater core and all that stuff. I think the switch is burnt out. But other than that, one gauge. So somebody ran the little gauge panel that you just buy from like AutoZone on the bottom, and it's got the temperature, the oil pressure, and your volts. Well, I don't like it, so I'm gonna reroute that shit back to the original gauges, but I'm gonna need a fitting for one of them, and then the actual temperature gauge, that gauge, someone cut the wire and you can't fix that. So I searched eBay for a freaking long time to find that. I finally found one for my car, 39 Chrysler Royal, and guess what? That little freaking piece was $220 and it was the only one, and I bought the sucker. So that's coming, so I'm hoping that will be done, and then I will have all my original gauges. Everything will work. But it looks good. It's that wiring, my friend. We knocked it out the park. My friend did most of the work. I helped her do it, and damn good wire. She does some damn good wiring. So I'm not a big wire guy. I don't do wiring, but I'm learning, and she helped me, and it came out freaking amazing. So with that being said, today she was in there all day working on that car, and me and Chongo from Chongo's Customs came in here and we knocked out some Monte Carlo mess. So today, guys, is what we did with the Monte. We lined up the trunk deck. I had to crawl my fat ass in this trunk, and he lined it all up. We had to tweak it a little bit, but we got it fairly close. We got it pretty decent. That line on the bottom, it's not perfect, but we got it the best we could. If anything, we're gonna have to do some gapping stuff on it, but other than that, all this is flush. Everything has the same gap, and we're happy with it. So now we need to strip this, but check out what we did. We got the door gaps going on. That's the best that we were able to get them. they're pretty consistent all the way through. They kind of get a little thick right in this little section right here, but for the most part, it's that curve that makes it look weird. But the crazy thing is like everything is actually pretty straight. All this, the bottom is completely cherried out. We got this panel to panel. There was a tear here. I don't know what happened to the skin, so I gotta tack that. But we got this and all that. Look at that sucker, man. The body line straight. There's a whoop-de-doo right here, a little whiskey dent. But I mean, other than that, that panel itself, just lined up the way it sits, is 100 times better than it was before. So this thing, just looking at it, looks freaking nice, dude. Just that straightness to the panel. I mean, once this thing is blocked out and primered, this thing's gonna be freaking sweet. So we got all that done on this door. We got the trunk wrapped up, this fender, everything. So now I took off all these panels up front. So they're all right there. Splash pan, second fender. Now that the second fender is off on this side, I'm gonna go ahead and weld up all the holes and do the patch panel on this fender. And when that's done, I'll take this door off. We'll fix that rust hole, weld up everything. There's holes all the way down this sucker that are half-assed. So I'm gonna go ahead and fix all that, and then we'll do the same thing to this side that we did to that side. And once this is all done and the doors and the fenders are lined up, I think Vince is gonna go ahead and take actually today's what, Friday? Yeah, today's Friday, tomorrow's my anniversary, and Saturday or Sunday's my birthday. So we're probably gonna have a little barbecue or something, I don't know. But on Sunday, Vince is gonna come back and he's gonna go ahead and take this passenger door and the passenger fender. He's gonna take the trunk, and he's gonna take the splash pan, the little valance or whatever it is, and he's gonna take those, the headlight bezels, and he's gonna body work them, get them, you know, straight, clean. We're gonna epoxy them. I'm gonna send him with some epoxy and some high build. So I told him I want 2 coats of epoxy, 3 coats of high build, let it sit for, you know, 3-4 days, and then we'll guide coat it and start blocking them out. By the time he gets these fully body worked and bring them back, I should have this fender and that door done. And in fact, I'm going to try to have them done so I could take them to him, and then maybe these will be ready for me to bring back. If not, no big deal, because that leaves me with door jamb on this side, and I got to do the quarters. I got to do these holes on the quarters. This side doesn't have any rot like the other one, but I do have to make the patch panel for this. So it's going to be my job after that to knock out door jambs, quarters, trunk jamb, top. And once my part's done, I'm going to go ahead and buy the paint, which is going to be a light frost blue metallic. It's a light blue with a tint of gray in it. We're going to go ahead and spray the jambs down, trunk jambs, door jambs, and then I'm going to take the paint probably to Vince, or he's going to come back, bring the parts here, and we're going to spray the inside of the doors and all the jambs, everything that need to be done. We're going to spray all that right away, and then reassemble the car, and then mask everything that we've already sprayed, all the jambs, and then we're going to hammer this car. We're going to spray it out. We're cooking on it. I mean, if I didn't have a full-time job in the hours that I work, guys, I would probably already be ready to paint this car. I knocked these two, the fender and the door, out quick. If I had another day like that, honestly, if I didn't have to work on that 39, I'd already have the doors and all that done. I'd probably have everything stripped, and I'd already probably be in the primer phase. but life's the way it is. So, you know, we're still planning on that 3 months. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna do the 3 months, and we're gonna try to get this thing done in 3 months. That's where we are, guys. It's been raining really bad, so I'm not gonna take you guys in the front garage, show you the 39. We're almost done with it, but when we are done, I'll go ahead and I'll show you guys the fuse panel and kind of a little rundown of what we did, how clean everything came out. But that's where we are, Monte Carlo update, guys. So stick around for the next video, because on the next video I'll probably do a little bit more on the door, the other fender, and probably strip a little bit further down and try to get this thing freaking naked, and we'll go from there. Hopefully once these parts go, if I can strip this thing and get a lot further quicker, and I'm getting ready to just do my part, I'm gonna go ahead and just epoxy and start priming, and whatever Vince got on his end, you know, he's got on his end. And if he's ready for more, I'll give him more parts. And if he's ready for more after that, then he can come down here and we'll start knocking things out here. We're a good team. We work pretty efficient. We get a lot of things done in a short amount of time. I like Vince. I like Chongo because he's patient. I'm working 100 miles an hour because I don't have a lot of time on my hands. Vince has the chill mentality to where he slows down and he fine-tunes things. And I used to do that, but now that I don't have a lot of time, I work a lot faster, you know. And it's just it's nice because he slows me down and he gets me to that mode where we're still getting shit done, but we're slowing down a little bit because there's no room for mistake, and that's where I should be. So thank you, Chongo. Thank you, Vince, for that. We were talking about that today as well. But so the Monte Carlo is looking good. But thank you guys for tuning in. This was a quick little video. I just wanted to make a little update to show you where we're at. Keep tuning in because I'm going to keep kicking these videos out every week. We still got to tweak that hood. So I will probably do a video on us tweaking that hood, because we're going to have to make some relief cuts. We're going to have to bend it. We're going to have to tweak it. We're going to have to kick the shit out of it. We're going to have to bend it. We're going to have to tweak it all day long. Foot in a hood's ass. You know, we're going to have to, we got a lot of shit to do. We got to get it done. We got to get it done. But it's a bad car. You know, I like it. I like it. I'm happy. If I don't finish it soon, I'm not going to be happy. I'm going to hate this car like I hate the Mustang. Alright, fellas, I'm out. I'll see you guys on the next video. Tune in. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, tell your friends about me. You know, support the channel, guys. Let's get this thing rolling. I'm getting more subscribers. You know, stay loyal. I'm going to be here. I'm going to keep kicking out videos. And I'm always going to try to build something cool. You know, so just like I learned from everybody on YouTube, maybe you guys can learn something good from me. If not, maybe you'll learn how not to do it from me. Who knows? Either way, it works out. So make sure you guys subscribe. So I'll catch you guys here on video number 3 of the Monte Carlo, and we'll get some more shit done on it. Cool? Peace out for now.